All right, I'm back. Had just a little snafu. I noticed that my mic was not on, and that's the mic that I chose to go live with. And so I thought it wasn't capturing my sound. I think it actually was capturing my sound, but I just deleted the video that I started with. We're back, we're back, we're back. So let's dive into today's session. All right, if you are new here, welcome. We are so glad to have you in the Structured Freedom Inc. community. So welcome, welcome. My name is Megan Huber. I work with coaches and consultants to help you get clients consistently. When you use what I call the momentum method, you can actually triple your client lead flow in 90 days without paid advertising, without a bunch of webinars, without fancy, overly complicated, super high-tech funnels. I don't do any of those things. Everything I do is very, very organic. And one of the things that separates us here at Structure Freedom is that we show you how to build an actual business. So we go way beyond just helping you close a sale, helping you write a nice post on social media. We help you build a lasting, sustainable business. So let's dive in. I'm so excited for this. This is going to be such a powerful session. In fact, as I was crafting today's content, I thought, oh my gosh, I need to spend a day with you. I need to do a whole day workshop with you on offers because we could actually do that. But, I want to keep this to about 30 minutes. So we're going to dive into how to nail your offer. And your offer truly has the potential to make or break your coaching business. This is really, really critical. So let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought to yourself, and maybe you've gone beyond thinking it and you've actually done this, if I create more ways for people to work with me, lots of different price points, lots of different types of offers, maybe I'll take my big, signature methodology or my core offer and I'll just break it up into like 10 different ways that people can work with me. So people are only getting like a little piece of the puzzle because maybe that's what some people are saying to you. I don't want the whole thing that you're offering. Can you just give me this little slice? Maybe you've thought to yourself, okay, if I do this and I create more offers at more price points, now I've got more than 3% of my audience who could actually pay it because people are telling me what I'm selling is too expensive. Maybe you've heard that. You think you're going to get more clients and you think you're going to make more money. If you have ever thought that, just put like me in the comments. That's me. Yes, thought it. More offers, all different price points. I'm going to make more money. I'm going to get more clients. Well, let me tell you, you are absolutely not alone. A lot of coaches fall into this trap. In fact, I remember thinking, this was a few years ago, I was looking at my Structured Freedom Inc. community and I was like, okay, I have one main core offer. And at the time it was a group program called Momentum. But I was like, oh my gosh, like I'm leaving so much money on the table because there's so many people that aren't ready for this. And in my mind, it wasn't so much like they can't afford it. I was just thinking like, this is too advanced for them. I need to create something to get them ready for this. Or I need to go create something smaller so they can get a taste of working with me. And it has the power. When you operate your business in that way, it literally has the power to completely destroy and erode your whole business. So here's the truth. More is not more when it comes to your offers. And today, I'm going to show you why simplifying your offer strategy is actually going to lead to more clients, more money, and a stronger reputation as a coach. And it's really your strong reputation that's going to bring the clients in, and with the clients comes the money, okay? So let's dive in. I want to start with the psychology of choice and why too many options will actually hurt your sales. And I have a really cool study that I found that's going to share some data and will back up this statement that too many offers and too many options is doing a disservice to you, your business, and to your potential clients. So there's some data behind choice overload. And there are actually studies that have been conducted that when people are given too many options, they don't make a choice at all. And that is called choice paralysis. So there's a well-known study that illustrates this. It illustrates choice paralysis. and it's called the jam experience. So I didn't make this up. I looked it up and I wanted to find some studies that had been conducted that had real data behind it to show this. So this particular study called the jam experiment was conducted by two different psychologists. Their names are Sheena Leininger and Mark Lepper. So in this study, shoppers at a grocery store were presented with two different sampling booths. Don't you love those sampling booths at the grocery store? One of the sampling booths offered 24 varieties of jams, and another sampling booth offered only 6 varieties. While the larger display attracted more initial interest, it was a smaller assortment that led to a higher percentage of purchases. So specifically, only 3%, that is so low. Only 3% of the people who sampled from the extensive selection of 24 jams made a purchase, compared to 30% of the people who sampled the booth that only had 6 choices purchased, right? So what that study shows is that when you have limited options, you're going to sell more. When you have more options, you're going to sell less. And the difference here was 30% versus 3%. So 3% when there were 24 options, 30% when there were 6 options. So that's really demonstrating that an overabundance of choices actually can overwhelm the consumer, which is going to lead to reduced sales for you. So maybe you're wondering, okay, jam, I get it, I totally get it, but how does this apply to my coaching business? So if your audience is constantly seeing, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different offers from you, they don't know where to start. So here's the thing about people. One of the reasons why people don't buy is because they're uncertain, okay? Yes, there is uncertainty about my future, uncertainty about, am I really going to do what I say I'm going to do? If I buy this, am I really going to do it? But there's also uncertainty when they feel like, well, I don't know what choice to make, right? Like, I don't know what choice to make. I remember, this is not really about options, what I'm going to share, but it illustrates this idea around uncertainty. I remember years ago, like this was probably 2017, I would watch people who I had a sales call with who decided not to purchase from me and do my coaching. Within like 30 to 60 days, I would see them, because I could see it on social media. They had gone and purchased from another service provider or coach. And I would think to myself, I literally help people get the same exact result. So if I'm helping someone get the same result, but they're going over here and purchasing, like, what's going on? And one of the things that I noticed is that even in my positioning of my offer and the language and the messaging of my offer, I wasn't articulating it in such a way that the person had certainty and they knew that what I was offering is exactly the problem they wanted to solve right now. And I was helping them get the result they want right now. Okay. So I wasn't necessarily making too many offers at the time. I just wasn't articulating exactly what people wanted to buy right then. And that is actually a really important distinction with your offers. Oftentimes we are crafting offers that we want to create, that we want to deliver. It's kind of like we are showing up every single day creating content, but we're just creating content based on whatever we're inspired by today. It doesn't work. And it doesn't work because just because you want to offer something to a certain someone, and just because you want to language it in a certain way, does not equal that is what the marketplace desires, or that is what your niche actually wants to buy. So it's so important that we are crafting offers that are very specifically designed to solve a specific problem somebody wants to solve right now and help them get a result they say they want right now. Because if you try to sway, too broad, too general, too wide of a niche, you're not speaking to really anyone. thus creating the uncertainty. Well, I'm not really sure if you can help me or not. So I'm going to go find the person who's clearly offering this one main thing, and it solves my problem and helps me get what I want right now. And then you see it happening, and you're like, but wait, that's exactly what I do. And I remember so distinctly that happening to me / for me years ago. And it was a big wake up call. It was a really big wake up call. So back to like the multiple offers. If you've got multiple offers at multiple different price points, but those offers, this is the thing I see happening the most in the marketplace, are for various different avatars, or you've broken down your main core offer, that your bigger body of work, that you know your ideal client needs all of the body of work in the order in which you have it laid out so that they can get the result that they desire. But then they're kind of coming to you and saying, but I don't want the whole thing. I just want this one little slice. I want this little slice. I want this little slice. What happens in your mind is you're like, oh my gosh, but people aren't buying, the more comprehensive offer. They just want like a little piece of it. And so now you're in your head and you think, oh my gosh, I have to like offer people all like 10 different options. But you really have to give pushback when people are kind of fighting you on that, because you've got to explain to them, here's why you actually need these 4 other things, and why if we just focus on this one aspect, it's not going to get you the result you say you want, and it's not going to solve the problem that you say you have. It's just not going to work. So you're going to waste your money, time, effort, energy, resources if we do it that way. So you really do have to give people pushback when they fight you on that. So I also want you to think, I think a really good example of this, because we all go out to eat, we've all been to restaurants. Do you prefer going, or, is the food as good at a restaurant that you open the menu up and it's so many pages and you've got like overwhelm just trying to make a decision on what you even want to eat and then what might be good, but there's literally like hundreds of options. And there could be anything from, it's like different types of foods from all different countries. It's not just American. It's like the one that always gets me is the restaurant that it blows your mind that all of a sudden you see sushi on the menu, right? It's like an American grill and then it has sushi on the menu. Are you going to get the sushi? I mean, I never would. I'm not going to get sushi at an American grill. Where am I going to get sushi? I want to find the best place that's known for sushi, that has the freshest sushi, that doesn't just have a bunch of shrimp tempura and cream cheese in their sushi. And I'm going to go look at the reviews, and I probably am only going to choose a sushi place that has like at least a 4.5 out of 5 rating, or else I'm not going. What's that telling us? We want a specialist. We don't want a generalist. So typically, if you're going to like a sushi restaurant, or I really love a chef-owned restaurant, because chef-owned restaurants have a limited menu. Maybe they have 20 things on their menu at the most, because they know what they specialize in. And those are the best experiences and the best food, not the restaurants that want to, the masses to come in and there's 800 things on the menu, steak, sushi, hamburgers, chicken sandwiches, like, no, wings, pizza, and then sushi? What? No. Okay. I think we're getting it. Are we getting it? Let me know if we're getting it. All right. So next, let's talk about why limiting your offers boosts your credibility and your results. So I've got 3 main points that I'm going to share with you here. Number 1, let's start with boosting credibility. So having 1 or 2 tops, clear, specific offers is going to position you as an expert, not a jack of all trades. And the truth is, specialists can charge more. They get paid more because they get more clear results. So the more general you are, the harder it is for you to actually get people a very clear, certain, dialed in result. The more specific you are, the more you're specializing in a particular niche, the easier it is for you to help people get results. And that is what people are buying. That is what they are paying for. So when you have too many offers, your potential clients are going to get confused. They're going to get confused about what you actually do. So if you're kind of helping people with everything, it's going to signal that you might be uncertain. And it's also going to signal a lack of mastery on your part. And nowadays, people do not just want to go to anybody who's popped up a business. They want to go to somebody who is truly a master craftsman. So on the other hand, specialists in a single clearly defined solution, they are going to be perceived as experts, and we know that experts get paid more. So let's give an example. Let's imagine you're a fitness coach. So if you offer weight loss and muscle building and yoga for flexibility and marathon training all at once, your audience will doubt your depth of knowledge in any one of those areas. So if I'm training for a marathon, I'm not going to go to a weight training coach or a yoga coach or somebody who's going to help me with my nutrition. I might need all those things at some point, but I'm going to go to somebody who has run marathons, has been in like top finishers in marathons, has coached other people on marathons, and they specialize in just training marathon runners. And I would probably go to somebody who helps first-time marathon runners train for a marathon, because I've never run a marathon. So I specifically would go to somebody who specializes in first-time marathon runners, training you how to complete the marathon. That's who I would choose for sure. Okay. So here's another example for the fitness coach. If you focus on helping busy moms lose 20 pounds in 90 days without having to leave their house to go to a gym and lift weights, your credibility is going to skyrocket. So do we see how much more specific we're getting, right? So you're hearing like very tangible results in a certain amount of time without the thing that the person doesn't want to do. What's their objection? Well, for the busy mom, she doesn't want to go to a gym and lift weights. So say without having to go to a gym to lift weights. And when you speak that language, because that's what she's thinking all the time, it's why she's not losing the weight. It's not why she's not getting back in shape. It's why she's not getting her body back. Because in her head, she's like, I don't want to go to a gym. And that's what I'm going to have to do. I don't want to go to a gym. I don't want to have to lift weights. I don't want to have to fight with the people at the free weights and blah, blah, blah. I don't know what to do in there. So if you're actually speaking what she wants right now, the likelihood of you making more sales very, very, very quickly is going to go skyrocket through the roof. Okay, number 2 is creating simplicity for the buyer. This is really, really key. Your clients do not want to waste time because people feel like they've already wasted a lot of time. So when you present a simple offer that solves their exact problem, they know you're the coach for them. So decision fatigue, we've all heard of that, right? It's real. It's real. And when you present too many offers, if you present multiple ways for people to work with you, your clients are going to instantly feel overwhelmed. So the clearer and simpler you make your offer, I solve this exact problem for this exact person, the easier it is for your audience to say yes. Okay, so we want to make it really easy for them to say yes. Let me give you another example. Let's say a business coach is offering multiple pathways: marketing strategy coaching, team building coaching, and mindset work coaching, and sales coaching. 4 separate ways that you could work with this person. That coach's clients are not going to be able to figure out where to start or what to choose. Here's the thing about probably all of our clients. Most of our clients don't know what they need. They think they know what they need, but they don't really know what they need. And they don't want to hear that you do 4 different things, because they're like, well, I just need somebody to tell me if this is your problem and this is the result you want, this is exactly what you need. Not like, well, I have all these things that you could choose from. Now they're confused. Now they have decision fatigue. Now they don't know where to start. Now they have uncertainty. And now they're having to waste too much time to try to figure out what they really need. And they don't want to waste their money. They also don't want to waste their money when they want to make a really, really smart choice. So if this is you and you're the business coach who has 4 different things or 4 different ways that you could serve people and probably 4 different avatars, then you can simplify it. So it might sound something like this: 12 weeks to scale to 20K months by mastering your sales process. Okay? Your audience immediately understands the offer, and they immediately know the exact solution that they need. Okay, that makes it so much more clear and so much more simple, defined, and specific. Okay, number 3, results focus. We want a results focus with your offers. So, one great offer is going to allow you to refine your process and deliver results, which means more testimonials, more reviews, more trust, and eventually more clients. So when you focus on delivering results through one offer, only one, you have this space to perfect your process. So what do I mean by perfecting your process? What you'll be able to do is identify gaps, improve client outcomes, and build a reputation for getting your clients results. And again, what is every single client buying? They're all buying up front. What they're buying are results. And every single testimonial, every review, every client success story, it's going to add to your authority. So again, let's go back to the restaurant example. I love a chef-owned restaurant because I know I'm going to get the best quality food. I know I'm going to get what that chef is a master in. And they're not trying to please everybody. They're not trying to please the masses. Restaurants, like chef-owned restaurants with limited menus, excel at quality. So think of a chef-owned restaurant or your favorite restaurant, or maybe a really, really high-end steakhouse. Like here in Tampa, we have Burns Steakhouse. It takes months to get a reservation, like 3, 4, 5 months to get a reservation there. They don't serve sushi. I can't get sushi at Burns. I can't get tacos at Burns. I can't get pizza at Burns. I can go to the dessert floor and get dessert at Burns, but I'm going to get steak. That's what I came for. And it's going to be some of the best steak that I've ever had in the United States. Don't know if it beats Australia, because they actually have the best steak I've ever had in my life. So instead, Burns is going to focus on perfecting the steak. They can also perfect the client experience, which it's a total experience when you go eat at Burns. That's going to build their reputation for being the best. Burns, like I said, has a wait list to get in that's 3, 4, sometimes 5 months long to get in, which reminds me, we're going to take our daughter to Burns for graduating from 8th grade, and it's December. Graduation is in May. I need to go ahead and book a reservation now and cross my fingers that I can get in May. So let's do another coaching example. Let's say you're a career coach and you used to help people improve their resumes, improve their interview skills, improve their LinkedIn profiles. And they were all 3 separate offers. Come to me if you want to improve your resume. I'll rewrite it for you. Come to me if you want practice interviewing and I can help you build your interview skills. Come to me if you want me to do a audit of your LinkedIn profile and a done for you service where I'm going to rewrite the whole entire thing and optimize your LinkedIn profile so that you're getting more connections, more messages, and more potential clients. And they're all separate offers. So what that creates for the career coach is the career coach is always going to feel like they are starting over. So when you consolidate the LinkedIn, the interview, the resume, that's a whole entire process. That should be one whole package. Okay, so how that career coach could repackage and recraft 3 offers down into one, it could look like this: the 8-week accelerator to land your dream job. So you streamline your process, you can double your client results, and you can get 10 clients in the next 30 to 40, 50 days and get incredible testimonials in just 3 months. Your business would skyrocket. So when you limit your offers, you yourself are going to gain clarity, your clients gain confidence, and your results are going to speak for themselves. This is where you become the specialist who solves a specific problem, making it easier for your clients to choose you and easier for you to scale. So focus on delivering one amazing offer first, and everything else is going to follow for you. Now, I have a feeling because I certainly thought this as well. But wait, I am watching all of these super successful coaches. Maybe you've hired them before. Maybe you've been in their communities. Maybe you've been in their programs. They are making millions of dollars, or at least they say they are. And you're like, but wait, I am seeing a lot of the most successful coaches. They have a lot of offers. They've got low ticket offers. They have a membership. They do a yearly annual live event. They have in-person retreats. They have a group coaching program. They have a mastermind. I can go buy 5 different $297 courses. They do $25 workshops all the time. Don't I need all that if I want to make $1 million too? Okay, so you see successful coaches with all those offers and you think you need it too. Here's what you're not seeing. You got to go all the way back to square one, and you got to pay attention to where they started. And probably not exactly where they started, because what most coaches do incorrectly at the very beginning is they offer way too many offers. That's one of the biggest reasons why coaches don't even make $100,000 a year, 200, 250. So if I'm working with somebody who's not quite gotten to 200K a year or 250 a year, I could guarantee you one of the reasons why you haven't is because you have tried to sell way too many offers. If we could just get you to focus on one main offer, the likelihood of you getting to 200, 250K, which could actually happen, it can happen in a year, 2 years, but we don't want it to take 10 years. I can almost guarantee you that you had too many offers. So let's go back to the person who's now making millions. They probably started out and it was slow at first, but once they skyrocketed to 500K, they skyrocketed to $1 million. If you go back and look what they changed, I guarantee you they went down to one great offer. They distilled it down, they simplified, they got clear, and they just tripled down on one great offer, and they mastered that offer. They mastered the marketing, the sales, and the delivery of that offer, and made sure their clients were getting incredible results. So the person who's now making a lot of different offers, and they make $5 million a year, $10 million a year, $20 million a year, their business is built on a foundation of repeatable success. They added new offers only after they scaled the first one. And that's where coaches, hear me loud and clear, you've got to put your head down, put your success blinders on, stop paying attention to all the multi-million-dollar coaches with lots of different offers. And if you want to accelerate and you want to put your foot on the gas pedal and you want to make speed your best friend, you will distill it down into one great offer. If you're really serious about building a business, if you don't really want to build a business, fine, like go make all the offers that you want. But if you really want to build a business, focus on one. So what your job is right now is to focus on building one offer that works, that sells consistently and gets client results. So then you can think about expanding after that. Okay, here's what I want to finish with. I want to finish with how to develop a well-focused offer that sells. So if you haven't taken any notes yet, this is where you want to take notes. This is where you really want to get refined and ready to hit the ground running right now so that you are sailing into 2025. I'd love to see you get 1, 2, 3 or more clients between now and the end of the year. And you think people aren't buying over the holidays? Oh, people are buying over the holidays. Mark my words. If you want to talk to me on Christmas Day, I'll get on a call with you. I'm not going to say no, right? If you need help and you're ready to go all in, like let's talk, right? I've made sales probably every holiday out of the year. I have made a sale either by getting on a call or in the DMs. People are still buying. So don't make the excuse if you're like, oh, it's the holidays, everybody's slowing down, nobody's buying. No, I'm telling you, you want to be making sales between now and the end of the year. It's December 17th. If you go the next however many days, 13, 14 days, 15 if you count January 1st, then you're trying to wake up from the slumber of the holidays. If you go the next 15 to 20 days and you don't make a single sale, you know where your mindset's going to be when you start back in 2020 or 2025? You've got to rebuild that whole muscle all over again. Your confidence is going to be down. Your skill level is going to be down. I don't care if you are the greatest salesperson the planet has ever seen. The greatest salespeople even say, if I go 30 days and I don't make a sale, they have to rebuild, not from scratch. Okay, hear me, please. Not from scratch, but they lose a little bit of their confidence and they have to get back into the game. So you want to make it hard on yourself or you want to make it easy on yourself going into 2025. Okay. So I think I have 5 steps here. So 5 steps to develop a well-focused offer. And then I want you to go sell it. I want you to do whatever you've got to do. I want you to sell one thing between now and the end of the year. And then I want you to keep selling the one thing. But I want you to just play a game. Play a game. See how many offers, see how many sales you can go make. See how many new clients you can generate. How many new clients can you get? And build up your confidence. Heading into 2025, I promise you January, February, and March are going to be amazing for you if you will capitalize on the opportunity that you have right now. So step 1, a lot of this I've already said, but let's just put it in steps. Number 1 is focus on one problem your clients want solved. Not what you want to solve, not how you say it. What does your ideal client want solved right now? What is it? What's the number 1 pain point your clients have right now? Your offer should address that specifically. So here is an action step for you. Write down the one main problem your ideal client is struggling with. What is it? If you're not sure, think about it. What are they constantly complaining about? What do they say they want help with most often? And if you only had 30 seconds right now to explain how you can help, what would you say? And I'll give you an example. Instead of helping people get healthier after the holidays, focus on helping busy moms lose 20 pounds without restrictive diets and enjoying the holiday festivities. Okay? Because that's what's going on right now, and that's what's on people's minds. All right, step number 2. Step number 2 to develop your offer. Map out a clear result. What transformation or result will your clients achieve by the end of working with you? And be really specific. There's no room to be general here. No room to be general, or you're making it so hard on yourself to build a business and close sales. Here's some direction. Answer these questions. What's the tangible outcome your clients walk away with? How will they feel? And how will your life, how will their life or relationship or business look different? And I'll give you an example. Instead of saying you'll feel healthier, say you'll drop 20 pounds, feel more energized, and fit back into your favorite jeans from 5 years ago. That's what people want. That's a result they want. That's the right now result. It's not just get healthy. It's not just feel energized. It's not just eat without gaining weight, enjoy the holidays without gaining weight. It's like, no, what's the visceral thing they want? Okay, especially if you're talking to women, you know what we do? We keep the same, sets of pants or jeans that we wore 20 years ago, hoping, thinking, praying one day it's going to motivate us to get back into it. And it's like a size 2 or a size 4. And we don't throw them away. That's literally what we're doing. And we think we've hit the jackpot if we can get back into those jeans, those sexy jeans or whatever it was, right? Like I hold on to stuff like that too. Okay, step number 3, simplify your delivery method. Simplify your delivery method. So your offer, what are you offering? Is it one-on-one coaching? Is it group coaching? Is it a course? Is it a mastermind? Is it a membership? Like I have lots of very strong thoughts on who should be offering what based on a lot of variables and factors. Okay? But don't complicate it and make it really easy to understand. So here are your directions. Pick one method of delivering your program. If you are not yet making I'd say 10 to 15, at least 10 to 15K a month, maybe even 20, but definitely 10 to 15K a month. If you are not earning that consistently every single month, the only thing you should be selling is one-on-one coaching. That is the only thing you should be selling because it requires the lowest number of clients. You need the smallest size audience. You can literally just pick up the phone and start talking to people and go sell coaching, and you can charge the most for it. It's also easier to get someone one-on-one results than it is a group at first if you are newer to coaching, because it's all you. It's all you with them, And the way that you work with a group of people is different than how you work with an individual, because a group requires something different than just the individual. Sometimes things that work for someone one-on-one, it doesn't translate in a group setting. So, questions to answer. Are you offering a 12-week one-on-one program with weekly calls? Is that what you're giving them? Is it a group program with a mix of live calls and pre-recorded modules? Is that what you're delivering? Is it a self-paced course with optional support? So here's an example. My 8-week group program combines live weekly coaching calls with access to training videos and resources to help you land your first 5K client. That's so simple. That's so clear. Your ideal client either knows it's for them or they know it's not for them. Okay? So that was 3 steps. Okay. I told you this is going to be like a workshop today. So the next thing I want to share, and then we're going to wrap it up. This has literally been a masterclass for you in our weekly live show. The next thing you want to do with your offer is identify the curriculum that goes into your program. What is the curriculum and how do you do that? So what is curriculum? It is a step-by-step path that gets your clients from where they are now to where they desire to be, which is the result that you're actually promising. So here are your directions. Start by answering this first question. Question number 1, what are the key steps your clients need to take to go from their current problem to the clear result you promised? And then let's break down some action steps to identify what your curriculum is. You don't have to call it curriculum, you can call it steps. Same thing. Start with this. Number 1, write down the starting point of your client. So where are your clients right now? What is your ideal client's starting point? What are they struggling with? What have they been struggling with that they have not found a solution for? Step number 2, write down the end result. Where do they want to be? What transformation are you providing? Step number 3, brainstorm the 4 to 6 big milestones or steps in between. Okay? These are your program's modules or phases. So let me give an example of what this could look like. So step 1, if I was training somebody, I'm just making this up. Step 1, define your niche and the problem you solve. So that's what you would help your clients with first. Then you'd move to step 2 or module 2 or lesson 2. Help them create a clear, irresistible offer. Then you would move on to step number 3 or module number 3 or lesson number 3. Build a simple, repeatable client attraction strategy. Then you would move on to step 4, lesson 4, module 4, phase 4, whatever yours is. Learn how to sell confidently and consistently. Then you would move on to step number 5, module, lesson, phase number 5. Set up systems to deliver your coaching smoothly. Boom. Then finally, you refine your steps. So you make each step flow logically and build on the one that came before it. Okay? I think this is about the last thing. Yeah, last thing in my notes here that I want to make sure we cover with offer, because it's a big piece and I think it's a big sticking point for people, and that's pricing for value, not hours. So your clients are paying for the result, not your time. So you want to make sure you're pricing accordingly and confidently. So stop thinking about hours when you're pricing your offers. Don't think about the amount of time you're spending with someone. Start focusing on the value of the transformation that the client is going to experience. So some questions you can ask yourself here. How much would this result be worth to your ideal client? What would it cost them to not solve the problem? And what do they stand to gain in time, energy, money, or confidence? So an example might be if I help a coach land $30,000 in new clients in 90 days, a $3,000 investment is a no-brainer because it's about 10, that's 10% of what the person is actually going to make when they work with you in terms of a result, okay? So Here's what your clients want. Your clients want a clear solution to their problem, and your offer is the bridge that gets them there. So you want to keep it simple, you want to keep it super focused, dialed in, and results driven. Results driven, write that down. It has to be results driven. And it's got to be the result your client wants, not the one you think they want, because there's usually a discrepancy there. So when you do that, selling is going to become much more natural. You will be much more confident in your selling. You'll know who to say yes to, who to say no to. It helps with your marketing messaging and your positioning as well. Helps with all your daily content that you're creating. And your clients are going to know you're the coach that they need. Okay? So here's what I want you to do today. I want you to write down one problem your clients have and one result you help them achieve. Not all of them. I want you to choose one problem and one result you help people achieve. That is not taking away from all the things that you can actually help your clients do once they're working with you. Go ahead and drop it in the comments. I want to see what it is. So if you want a little bit of help on that, if you want some direction on that, if you want some help refining that, drop it in the comments below. And if you're watching this and you're looking at the comments, give feedback to people, right? Like, if you cannot clearly say, oh, I'm your ideal client, or I know exactly who I would send to you, ask the person follow-up questions. Well, you don't need to go tell them how to fix it. But if you're confused, ask questions to help the person get more clear so they can articulate it more clearly, and then you can be more clear, right? So if I look at your offer and I'm confused, I'm going to ask questions. Now, if I'm your ideal client and I'm on a sales call with you and I have to keep asking you a lot of questions about what you do, that means it's not coming across clearly and my mind is very confused, okay? So I know today was long, but like I said, this could be a half a day to a full day, honestly, paid workshop where we could be workshopping this together. It's that important and it's that critical, and it's such a big pillar to making it in your coaching business. And let me tell you this too, once you have this offer, don't go create a bunch of different offers. Like, this is what you're offering for 2025. Like, don't go create, I don't want to see anybody here with 3, 4, 5, 6 offers in 2025. You know, I don't know what your goals are, but if you want to get to 200K in 2025, you don't need more than one offer. If you want to get to 500K, you don't need more than one offer. If you want to get to 1 million, you can get to 1 million with one offer. 2, I'll give you 2. I will give you 2 offers, one-on-one and group, nothing else. Like, you don't get to do anything else, just those 2 things, okay? Because you've got to align the way you're structuring your business with what you say your desires are. What is it that you want? What type of business do you see for yourself? What are your goals? What's driving you? What are you motivated by? How much impact do you want to make? Who do you want to make it on? If you want to make your business continue to be hard, like you are dragging yourself through quicksand and you're wondering, like, when is this ever going to work for me? Go out and continue to make lots of offers at lots of different price points and keep changing your mind, because that strategy isn't working for you any longer. If you want a clear pathway, pick an offer, double down on the offer, make sure it gets you to your first big major business milestone, and for goodness sake, work with a coach who knows what's up ahead for you and can let you know, okay, you're now here, right? Like, you're now at $150,000 for the year, and it's time to like pivot to this, but only these few little things, instead of you just listening to somebody who's just helping you go out and make more sales. This is about you building a real business that is going to last, that is sustainable, that also really honors the way that you want to live your lifestyle, okay? So if you are interested in having a conversation about how I can support you in 2025, even starting now, and you are someone who is not generating clients consistently, or you're confused about your sales process, but you do know what your niche is. Like, you know what you are a master at, you know what your niche is, you know what you are here to teach people, coach people, help people get results in. And you're not like, look, I'm going to tell you what it's not. You just left your job 2 weeks ago and you have no idea what kind of coaching business you want to start. You have no idea how you want to help people. I am not the coach for you. You need something very different than this. But if you are very clear on your skills, your gifts, your talents, and you know exactly what you're going to build your coaching business around as a coach, come talk to me, because I'm here to help you build an actual coaching business around your craft and around your niche. And we're not here to play at it or be in a whole whirlwind of chaos around it. We're here to win, and we're here to get you the results you want. And we're here to help you get there faster and get off of the slow, confusing, chaotic train. So just shoot me a DM. Let me know that you heard me say this. Let me know that you're interested in how we can work together in 2025. I'll ask you some questions. We'll hop on a call, hopefully in the next day or so, and we'll get you well on your way. So there we go. Remember, more is not more. Simplicity wins every single time. Go ask the most successful people on the planet. They distill things down into the most simplest format and framework. One clear offer that solves one big problem is all you need to get clients now and then grow from there. So you are so much closer than you think to having a coaching business that works. Go focus on that one offer, and I promise you, clients are going to follow. All right, until next time, bye for now.